nation.
One nation.
One nation. Moabo Uche Chuku Ebonam Ugo Ebenaja.
Dano kuipa from Wipom Dandi Danelagma like Yaisikai men no dear Makanas enough he could be a robber.
Indeed. So welcome once again to Information Clinic. We have it on Monday, Wednesday, and then Tuesday. Yes, your trusted guide to understanding and countering misinformation, disinformation, and hate speech. And I'm very sure that as of now, you now know the difference between misinformation, disinformation, right? I'm made very intelligent. For weeks now, we've discussed how false information spreads, how to spot false fake news, and the importance of verifying sources. Today, with the election just a couple of days away, our focus today is going to shift to how voters can stay informed and vigilant by making sure we rely only on verified information when making decisions at the election polls. So as we head out to vote, remember that rumors and fake stories often spread faster at a moment like this. Yes, especially inside that your WhatsApp, that's your WhatsApp.
Those groups.
And even every social media handle that you know. Knowing what's real and what's not can help protect your vote and your democracy. So joining us today to shed more light on this crucial topic is Ms. Faith Wadishi, the Executive Director, Center for Transparency Advocacy, Abuja. We say welcome to our studios this morning.
Thank you so much. Good morning. In the Anambra, I'm making one.
Yeah, so, and as always, the Information Clinic is proudly sponsored by the Center for Democracy and Development, CDD West Africa, with support from the National Democratic Institute, NDI, the Foreign, Commonwealth and Development Office, FCDO, and the Nigeria Civil Society Situation Room. Now, before we go on, let's take this message from here. Pochante girl from who char your ear out. Now listen.
Kwa ụbọchị ka anyị na-ahụ ma na-anụ akụkọ dị iche iche mana ọ bụghị ha dum bụ eziokwu. Akụkọ ụgha pụrụ ibute ọghọm na nsogbu dị egwu. Tupu izipụ akụkọ ọbụla, buru ụzọ jụọ ese nke ọma ka ịmata nke bụ eziokwu. Ọ dị mkpa ka ịchọpụta kpọmkwem ebe ya bụ akụkọ si. Chọpụta nke bụ eziokwu site n'ebe doro gị anya. Kwụsị ibu na ikesa akụkọ ụgha ka ọ dịrị anyị na mma. Ọ bụ ndị Center for Democracy and Development, CDD, wetara ozi ya.
Yes, I understand, guys. So, Odomana, I guarantee of na Oziano Wanyerege, I was in a bin no Miss Faith. As the election is drawing very, very, very near. Remember when we just entered January? Is it November 8th? And we entered July, November 8th. Now we don't enter in November, and today is 6th of November. Why is it so important, for voters to stay extra careful about the information that they consume and share?
Thank you so much, and thank you for keeping the Anambrians, informed about all of this.
Yes.
Information is key. Information is power, as they say, and the kind of information you get helps you to make certain decisions. So when you don't get the right information, it instills fear. Most times, fear leads you to take certain decisions that may not be kind of positive to you, especially when it comes to election. You know that during election, a lot of people, because of political interest, they tend to give you information that will keep you away. The reason for that is, and this is one of the things that also leads to voter apathy. People not coming out to vote. They're afraid that, this kind of thing that has happened, people are not verifying information. So certain information are passed because of the people that are doing it. And most times we talk of misinformation, disinformation, but we don't remember to talk about malinformation. Malinformation is that information that could be true, but it is now the context of that information is changed in such a way that it will cause harm to somebody. For instance, this is 2025. Somebody may just be circulating a video that happened in 2021 or even 1999 and change the date, change the background because of AI that we have now, and begin to circulate it as if say this is breaking news, this is just happening now.
And give it a voice note.
Yes, we give it a voice note and begin to say this is what happening now, or this happens so thing. And this thing could have happened somewhere maybe in the in the northern part of Nigeria, they say it happened in Anambra, and people are just sharing it. Before you know it, they're discussing it in the markets. Before you know it, they're discussing it within Omona. And they say, because you know, and that's not me. And maybe this thing happened at our backyard. And then there's nobody that has confirmed that thing. What it will now happen lead to is that an election, the people will not come out. People will not be interested in the election because of that information that they have received. So it's important.
Information.
Yes, so information. Information upgrades joke. If I make it a kita na madu baku, but if I may na that place for that particular year. So that's why Anambra. Maka, if you voters card down Haji, or voters card down, may have the Oga Patapata, they say Oga at the top of Anambra State. The power to hire and fire, that thing. But with misinformation, disinformation, and malinformation can keep people at home. It's just like somebody, you know, you are the heir apparent to a throne, and then somebody comes to tell you that throne is not your own, it's also for this owner. You will not go and protect your throne. Somebody else will go and take it, and you become a servant to the person. So those are the kind of things that come, and most importantly, the issue of fear and keep people away in their homes. You see young people playing football on that. That this your vote you are doing is not going to count. Don't worry, let the child results. Don't come out. So they never have the do you understand? When it is really had the thought that voters card in it before 2023 election. How many who see the voters card on the road in the politician saying votable? Because I'm not good that without your voters card you can't go and vote. 3 or 4 sitting down here, nobody can use any of our voters card. Macaron go fingerprint to get all you. Except with the way you say on your change on your. You understand? Which is not possible. So how put us and I say, don't worry, they go down, put in coming out, put nothing, my sister, up and down, all misinformation now will be done.
Okay, ọ dị ka imetụgoro aka ihe ndị a, kedu ka ndị mmadụ ga-esi na-amata nke bụ eziokwu, maka na mgbe ịmalite ikwu na information is key. Now when we get the information, whether malinformation, misinformation, disinformation, ka ị ga-esi mata na ọ bụ ezie ka ọ bụrụ ezie.
So if I dey na-egbo ịma anyị ekwugo na this WhatsApp anyị ọ na-ebutekwa itinye something there, some people cannot because this WhatsApp or even watch the video immediately after headline. That's true something. So it's important now. For instance, I see if I'm in a social place. If I'm imagining somebody not that place, nobody phone. See, because I'm not carrying if I'm in a social place. Call that person, call somebody from that area. If I'm that place, let the people hear you. And if they say that this information is from a particular agency, now I met it, I'm the mother now.
They create you a graphic design.
From INEC. If they suppose it John INEC or somebody now because information I know reach here to INEC. If we get ABS or any of the civil society observer group, because how you credit some observer groups here. Because you know, sometimes always something they post on a platform, somebody that say fake news. Some people say, well, do you know fake news, government agents, this one. But go and confirm. And luckily, we all have access to internet. Only social media, they went internet here in our Google. How many credible media organizations here? ABS or reports here, or NTA reports, or report to this thing, so that you
should
can
always, when they see story, they should try posting it on the Google to check a traditional or credible or reliable media house. Google the story. That's very important.
And if you go to those media houses, if you have their contact, you see their contact, call them to also verify, because they now have fake original media houses platform. How we fake? How we can take this ABS, put one serious, use the voice of one of your presenters and put the face, use AI. You need to reach out. It's here and that thing, you find out that it's even fake. Call the people and say, did you people put this news out before you believe it or before you start circulating it?
So, kids' role community leaders, journalists, and civil society groups a play in keeping information space clean during this final election days?
Very important, especially the media. You need to be apolitical. That is, don't be neutral. Let me not say let me not use the word apolitical. Just be neutral. People should not see you as, openly supporting a particular political party. If you are going to be a channel of credible information. Because if people see you or perceive you to be supporting a particular political party, even when you have credible information, I see that is because of that political party that you are supporting, that they are the ones who are bringing that. Media organization, media practitioners should be as much as possible ensure that they're giving out information to the people, information not to cause fear, information to instill, confidence in the process, and make sure that people are part of the same role that civil society actors will play. And then for community leaders, that community leaders, this election, different people are coming to you. You should try as much as possible to be neutral. I know that it's difficult for you as a community leader, especially now that you know that, like traditional leaders, Igwes, they're already part of the government payroll and all of that. So you are more or less like an employee of government, and you want to be seen to be doing the right thing. But as much as possible, you owe the responsibility to your community people to give them the right information. Give the information as at when due. And then INEC and all the people, police, should be giving information. Don't let people think in their imagination. Maybe there's something happening and they're saying, what is the real story about this? Be proactive about information. Don't wait for people to interpret in their head. And also give clear information. Don't give some information that is hanging and is not complete, because we can be very creative. We can be very, very creative, and something that happens, we'll think of something that has happened before and begin to impute it into this new one. So the media, civil society, community leaders, youth leaders, women leaders, and in fact every person should have that responsibility to ensure that they give the right information at the right time.
Thank you. I don't know Waketa, where everybody is a journalist. I want to be the one to break the news in your WhatsApp. You want to be the one trending the story now. And we hear that sometimes some people will share a story on Facebook, on WhatsApp or something, or groups, and when you bring your attention to it, they still keep relaxed. So what should the citizen do? More than a chapter that you've need a message or information is spreadable fake.
It is your responsibility to go back to say, I'm sorry about this information, it is not right information. And people should begin to hold people accountable. If you are let's say the admin of a particular group and somebody puts a message there, it is your responsibility first and foremost to go and check that message is correct. If it's not correct, delete it from the platform and get the person. And that's why WhatsApp now gives you admin authority to delete any other message that you didn't even post there. So you should be able to do that, and also train people on your platform to hold people accountable. Sometimes even when you say this is fake news, they begin to attack you that say it is fake news, because the news that they are finding, information that appeals to a certain part of what they are doing. So we have to be very careful about all of it. It is actually the responsibility of everybody. Because if you have given information that is not right, because that information you have given that is not right can actually lead to a kind of violence that you would not even have imagined could have happened because of that single misinformation or disinformation that you have given to people. Because most times misinformation is really, you don't know that it will cause harm. So you just forward those messages that we forward because we believe it is true. That message is that's misinformation. But disinformation, you know that this is not true, and you are deliberately sending it out. Now, then some people will not take it to another level of misinformation, because somebody who doesn't know the origin of that will begin to share it. But the other one that we talked about this one is the malinformation. Knowing that this thing is true, Mama had to go 10 years ago. Because no election, it will destabilize people. If you change the video, now bring it, change the context, and say it is happening here now.
Maybe it's going just mean on a favorite argument. Maybe in future, that's Zoziokwa. I see the that kind of thing.
Exactly.
Oh wow! And you never name I've got to vote. onye ona iselucha onye ona chọrọ iselu picture the final results assign na chama ihe niile ana post ya na post ya everywhere na social media ana ọha na party we na polling unit game man onye win go re Anambra. Now how do we stop this attitude of onye win by in fact onye win in Anambra state niile or but onye win in Nigeria niile? How do we stop the attitude of believing one-sided information and not waiting for INEC to finally give us the final collation of results?
So it's to get the right information. Like they say, information is power. If you get the right information, you become powerful.
Yeah.
But if you get the wrong information, it can lead you anywhere. Now, in Anambra State, you have 5,720 polling units. In Anambra, 21 local government areas. So 5,720 polling units. If you're a polling unit, you have your ward somewhere there, you go and vote. Where you have about, say, 500 registered voters. And on the registration, registered voters in Anambra, you have about 2.8 million.
Yeah.
You know, say that out of those 500 people for your polling unit, maybe it's only 200 people put up on that place. You now use that number to say somebody has won election. So all the Konya General exam, they were 1/5,000. You see, when you are passing. You understand? So yeah, we is here at that place. You are forgetting that within that local government has to all the collation together. They are taking all the results from the 5,720 before I see when you win the election. So it is important that if you wanted that kind of a thing, don't post it. But even though now how we went from ECC. ECCCE, how they place and our citizens result sheet. How make sure that in her day result from that polling unit place there. So you can go and take the picture, but please don't say that only I win in that polling unit. Win is there. Even only I win in one local government, the person cannot win. You have 21 local government areas. 21 local government areas. So big one. That information, for instance, you can call it a malinformation. Makadini oko ezioku no nya win in that place, but obono ezioku no nya win everywhere. So you now take that one polling unit and distort the context.
Yes, is your own.
Yes, is your own. So it is important that we don't partake in that kind of thing.
All right, I give a big go onwe chori jo ajuju mo botunya lo ekpa anyi na 0706-538-1320 mobile. It's Elayozi na Facebook and we are live. Drop your comments there. We'll take it up from there. Wife, yeah. Chukubengene, we see your message. It's saying, good morning, APS. You guys are doing well. Dalo. And as well, you can send us a WhatsApp message to the WhatsApp number 0705-113-8812. Nkabuni neme bambo funa igwaranya fagene bisapo tupuina ganiru. Hello, good morning. Hello. Now you come in and eat it wrong. Oh, yeah, I'm going to give me November 8th. Oh, my car with your umbrella. And in my car, 1 million is in November. Your umbrella again, Apple. So that's even your excuse for not going out on that day. I think I know Chikotazina Information Clinic, Nanke Ototo Anoa. A kid do the modo in wearing in Anambra, kind of Patagodosia to Payanaga. Christ. Please move away from your radio set. Kind of do more doge. The kind of quado April to a vote on November 8th. Or go kwa where's quite phone. I la whole latanta. Now one ishi. One nation and so down. On your one go on the police. The bucket at Chawa your voters card. Or kwa reserve Saturday.
It takes in each and it's in a post. Some of it and I will let some of radio. Okay, manage. Oh, you know what a PVC is.
All right. Okay, now to tomorrow. Hello. Good morning.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Calling from
all right, Gani Ray.
Thank you for your enlightenment.
Yes, you're welcome.
I'm beginning to think now to make this coding and collation as a result hitch free. Now, since we are, going electronic.
Yes.
What's possible if I remember when you go, the scoreboard will show it straight away. So we need before a judgment and final place, the next accordingly winning. But as the votes are dropping in from voting units, they are going straight to the SGS, going straight to the collection center, so that the scoreboard, the electronic scoreboard, I mean, could be who is winning at any point in time. What's more possible?
That should be the American way. It's an amazing idea. It's very, very good. Thank you so much. I was even surprised during the November August 16 by-election in Anambra State, I went on to the IREV to monitor the because I was working, so no need a mountain of votes. I just went to IRF to be seeing the updates of the results and all that. And it was not as electronic as I had assumed it was going to be. I was thinking because that was my first time of going on the IRF, like to seriously see what's actually going on there. And it was just pictures of the kidney, like now the electronic.
I was like, what is this?
Now the electronic transmission,
I was expecting to be reading,
like you see to be reading digitally, and it was not. And I was like, oh, okay, Nigeria, sure. Well, let's have your advice as we wrap up this morning on the Information Clinic.
Okay, most importantly, I think when we're talking now, people should get their PVCs ready. Very important. If you don't have a PVC, please don't come out. Stay at home, so that you will not be tagged somebody who is not who doesn't have any business around there. Let us also be able to get information right and give out the right information. I just want to let us know that our votes count. If our votes are not counting, politicians will not pay money on election day to buy your vote. And Anambrans are business people. You don't invest in a business you know you will not get returns on investment, that you will not get at least 100% return. So election is business for politicians, and they are putting money to buy your vote, and they'll come and tell you your votes are not counting. They're throwing your PVCs away.
Smaller number of votes.
Yes. They will tell you votes are not counting. There will be violence. They tell you there will be violence. There will be this. So instill fear. All of these issues of misinformation, so that you don't come out. If you have 10 people in a polling unit, 3 people will come out and decide on behalf of the other 7 people. By the time you don't come out, you have voted. You have voted because you didn't come out. Your votes will not count. But those 3 people will do that. So it's important. Let us also protect ourselves. Let us stay safe. Let us not engage in hate speech. Politicians always say no permanent friend, no permanent enemy, but permanent interest. After election, they will go and sit down at the camp. But you will be in your house with your broken leg or a broken head and nobody is taking care of you. Please, let us ensure that Anambra election is peaceful. It has always been peaceful. In fact, I say that Anambra election on election day is the most peaceful election in Nigeria on election day. Let's keep that record and make it happen.
Thank you very, very much. Oh, very beautiful lady. Ghana Facebook. Yeah. Miss Faith Wadishi. Thank you. The Executive Director, Center for Transparency Advocacy, Abuja, Dalarin. And this is to remind you once again that Information Clinic is proudly sponsored by the Center for Democracy and Development, CDD, West Africa, with support from the National Democratic Institute, NDI, the Foreign Commonwealth and Development Office, FCDO, and the Nigeria Civil Society Situation Room. My name is Uche Chukwu Ebonam Ugo Ebenajan. Here we call it a day.
Dano kuiva from wepom dande danelagma like anima sege de kai na kwadobe makubochi Saturday kwadosie ike mehenda wagime ekwekwana ka ozi derosho. Mama mai gana so put aka nse na WhatsApp. Ajogi WhatsApp abebe. So because uche gidia.
Ikpa agara na election day anwo echi.
Echikom
Ndi ebe a megu.